Okay, we're going to take a quick one here. Look at judicial review. So we're examining the importance of judicial review, something that was not originally in the Constitution, but did come out of this. So we have some key players here. The Supreme Court case, Marbury versus Madison of 1803. Now that we're in our constitutional era throughout the class, we're going to be looking at a lot of Supreme Court cases as your primary source documents. Just so you know. Okay, the Supreme Court, led by the Chief Justice John Marshall, declared the Judiciary Act of 1789 to be unconstitutional. Therefore, the act would be considered invalid. So that's one of the checks and balances, if you remember from before. The courts can check a law that the president signs or Congress creates to see if it's unconstitutional. That's one of their checks and balances. Marbury versus Madison established the power of judicial review. This is the power of the federal courts to decide whether an act of Congress is constitutional or unconstitutional. And this is one of our most powerful powers of the Supreme Court today. So those 9 justices on the Supreme Court, they look at cases every year and determine whether things are constitutional or not. And as our society progresses through change and advancement, it's up to the courts to decide what kind of things would be constitutional or not. Like right now, for example, the idea of there's a court case up right now with a girl who, a Muslim girl, was not allowed to wear her what's called a hijab while working at Abercrombie & Fitch, because the company says that it was not allowed in the dress code, but for religious purposes she should be allowed to wear it according to what she says. So we'll see what the Supreme Court has to say about that. So that's be an example of what the Supreme Court looks at, laws and things like that. But with judicial review now, if the federal government or the Congress passes a law, the court can look at those court cases or those laws and see if they're constitutional or not. And we'll come up with some examples in class.